world we live in today will be entirely new tomorrow. Good thing we're made for it. Because change, it sets the stage for a breakthrough, and we're so ready. Solving the questions of today and the needs of tomorrow. Creating what's never existed, transforming what we know, what we dream of, and what we expect from technology, so you can reinvent what's possible. Plugged, unplugged, handheld, multiplayer, point, shoot, edit, play. The future? We're building it together, and we'll need your ideas, your imagination, because new discoveries are a question away. Ready to take it on together? We are.
Please welcome Group General Manager of Mobile Compute and XR at Qualcomm, Alex Katuzian.
Welcome back to day 2 of Snapdragon Summit. It's great to see you again, and welcome back to Maui. I've been here almost 10 times in a row. That's a full decade of me showing up, and it's been a pleasure every single time being here with you. It's been an incredible journey, and having our partners and influencers here make it even more special. Thanks, guys. Over the next hour, we're going to walk you through some pretty big announcements. Tech that's going to shape where smartphones and PCs are headed. And I'll share how we see Agentic AI evolving across multiple devices. Cristiano touched on this yesterday. We're entering a whole new phase. AI-powered computing is no longer just about raw performance. It's becoming woven into how we live and work. Think wearables that truly understand context, AI assistants that feel intuitive and natural. That's the direction we're heading, and we're making real, tangible progress. The most personal tech we know. And mine's with me. I'd rather forget my wallet and keys than leave my phone behind. That's the level of connection we're talking about. And remember this, Qualcomm is the best connected computing company in the world. We know how to connect everyone to everything, everywhere. And it goes far beyond smartphones. We've pushed mobile tech into PCs, tablets, AI, glasses, watches, earbuds, you name it. Our core technologies are now powering ecosystems, and that's what's enabling these advanced experiences. What's really exciting is how our partnerships are helping bring this vision to life. We're helping change how people interact with devices, making them more intuitive, more human. And we're seeing real traction across markets, from wearables to PCs to XR. We're using more devices than ever, and that's driving a growing need for faster and more efficient processing. The CPU is one of the driving forces behind this demand, and the main indicator of system performance. Today, I'm excited to introduce the 3rd generation Qualcomm Orion CPU for both our smartphones and PC platforms. And who better to talk about the latest upgrades than our Chief Technology Officer? Let's hear from Baziz.
From the beginning, we weren't just designing another processor. We started with a blank slate, rethinking what performance could mean in the real world. We defined a new design philosophy to push beyond limits where it matters most. At the heart of it, we tuned our microarchitecture for actual use cases. We focused on improving the instructions per clock in actual workloads rather than synthetic benchmarks. As a core design choice, we prioritize clock speed, which impacts performance across every use case. This provides the range to ramp in demanding workloads and conserve power when tasks are lighter. Our cache hierarchy is a cornerstone of the design. We carefully developed very large caches while still significantly reducing latency. So demanding tasks like gaming, browsing, and video editing are faster and more fluid. From the start, we built our custom architecture to scale, from our incredible smartphones and powerful laptops to safety-critical automotive systems, and in the future, even data centers. Our third-generation CPU was tailored to AI. It works hand-in-hand with the Qualcomm Hexagon NPU to orchestrate machine learning and execute tasks for AI agents, while hardware matrix acceleration brings models directly onto the CPU for added flexibility and speed. In the end, it's not about specs, it's about the experience. The third-generation Qualcomm Orion CPU delivers performance in everything you do, battery life to keep you going, and intelligence woven into every task. That's the promise of the third-generation Qualcomm Orion CPU.
That clip was shot on Snapdragon, by the way, and we carefully picked that carpet to match his eyes. As we promised last year, performance per watt continues to be an advantage for Snapdragon. And we delivered exactly that with the Orion Gen 3. Look at this curve. We're nearly 40% better performance and 43% less power compared to Orion Gen 1 introduced in our compute products in 2024. It's a big step forward that improves every part of the user experience. The Hexagon NPU is a game changer. On both PCs and smartphones, it helps shift workloads off the CPU and GPU, boosting performance and saving power across the board. What really shows the value of our NPU isn't just raw power. It's the experiences it unlocks. It's how that power translates into seamless, AI-driven features that feel natural, intuitive, and genuinely useful. That's the real magic that happens. The NPU is doing the heavy lifting here. An example is One Take Audio, who built a plugin for our NPU that isolates voices and instruments in real time. That's studio-level equipment magic that used to be before, but now it's running on your device today. Another example is Topaz Photo AI. It uses the Snapdragon X series NPU to upscale low-resolution images by up to 6 times. You get incredible detail. It's like breathing new life into old photos and videos. It is really impressive. We'll get into the details of this later in the PC presentation today. On smartphones, we're seeing AI models of all sizes driving amazing experiences, whether it's photography, video editing, or gaming. A really great example is the Justice mobile game. And we worked with NetEase to enable real-time facial expression mapping. Players can control their avatar's expressions using their own facial movements. That is multiple AI algorithms running on the NPU. It's facial tracking and capturing different expressions, and it's all happening in real time. Our partners are doing incredible things too. Samsung's Galaxy S25 is a standout. It's built around the Hexagon NPU for on-device AI, and it's delivering a personalized, powerful mobile experience. They've really raised the bar on that. The S25 series also delivers an enhanced multimodal AI experience. This allows users to interact naturally using voice, touch, and even visual cues. It's a more human way to engage with your device. Plus, tools like Audio Eraser, Virtual Aperture are pushing the boundaries of mobile editing. These features and hundreds more are powered by our NPU. We've got partners and ISVs all over the world building on this foundation, creating AI experiences that are changing how people use their devices. You know, we've made some serious progress on the CPU and the NPU technology lately, and now it's time to really put that to work. What makes Snapdragon so powerful is more than just one component. It's the combination of everything we build. It's the Orion Gen 3 CPU. It's the Hexagon NPU. It's the Adreno GPU. It's the Spectra ISP, and so much more. It's this full stack working together that unlocks what's possible in smartphones today. And with all that momentum, we are ready to take the next step. This is a big one, the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. It's designed to deliver top-tier performance, incredible efficiency, and next-level AI capabilities. But more importantly, it's built to elevate the user experience. We're not just pushing specs. We're enabling smarter, smoother, and more personalized interactions across the board. I'll walk you through how this platform sets a new bar for what smartphones can do. Let's start with the Orion Gen 3 CPU. It's something we're really proud of. We've built it into our mobile platform, and it's the fastest mobile CPU in the world. Let's get into the specs. The prime cores hit 4.6 gigahertz, and the performance cores are running at 3.6 gigahertz. This is the first time you're seeing this kind of speed on smartphones. And we've added 12 megabytes of cache per cluster, which gives the cores the capabilities they need to handle everything: multitasking, gaming support, video editing, web browsing, and agentic AI, and so much more. It's designed to keep up with how you actually use your phones. You all had a chance to be hands-on with our reference designs. Look at these benchmark scores. In the latest Geekbench ST and Speedometer scores, we're up 20% and 32% respectively. Geekbench MT is another important measure, and we're up nearly 20% on that. But what is truly important is how we test these things. We do not run benchmarks in freezer environments to inflate numbers. That's right, we don't. Everything is tested on our reference designs at room temperature, real-world conditions. So when we say it's fast the way you will experience it. Now, let's go through the Hexagon NPU. It's a major upgrade. We've re-architected it from the ground up, and it's now delivering nearly 40% better performance and more than 15% better power efficiency compared to last generation. And when you combine that with the improvements we've made in the CPU and GPU, the 8 Elite can intelligently manage workloads across 3 cores with even higher performance. The NPU isn't just for generative AI. It's working across graphics, real-time translation, and especially in photography and video. For years, phones have used AI to enhance photos, tweaking lighting, sharpening details. But with this tight integration between our Spectra ISP and the NPU, we're now applying the same enhancements to video. What that means is every frame gets processed with the same intelligence and precision as your photos. Every frame. Our close partner, ArcSoft, is launching a new feature called Dragon Fusion. I really like that name, Dragon Fusion. Dragon Fusion is awesome. It's a full computational video pipeline, which means every frame for multiple seconds is AI enhanced by this technology. That is a big deal. Thanks to advanced AI tone mapping on the NPU, you get richer colors, deeper shadows, and brighter highlights. For those of you who are here, we have a great demo of this, and you have to go see it. Here's another great example in photography. Imagine you're in a high-rise, trying to capture the great view that you're looking at. But reflections from the glass ruin the shot. How many times have you gone through that? It's kind of really an annoying thing for me as well. We've teamed up with Jigon to bring artifact removal right onto the device. It runs directly on the NPU. So you get instant, reflection-free photos. No cloud processing, no delay. And we're also enabling agentic AI use cases with Model Best. The NPU now supports your personal data and device-to-cloud orchestration. Your on-device assistant can remember past conversations, classify images, and even help you post to Instagram. It pulls from your location, photos, and chats to suggest your favorite memories. And all you have to do is hit publish. We have a demo of this too, and you definitely should go see it. Now, the third big core, the Adreno GPU. It's another big step forward, and it continues to lead the way in mobile gaming. We've added support for advanced features like mesh shading and hardware acceleration for ray tracing. All that means is games are going to look and feel more realistic than ever. Performance-wise, we're seeing a 23% boost and 20% more efficiency too. So not only you're getting smoother gameplay, but you're also getting better battery life while doing it. We've also pushed the architecture further with a 3-slice design. Each slice can now hit clock speeds of 1.2 gigahertz. That gives developers and gamers more headroom to work with so they can build and play visually rich, complex experiences without compromise. This year, we're introducing something new with Snapdragon 8 Elite. It's called the Adreno High Performance Memory, or HPM. It's a dedicated memory layer we built specifically for graphics. HPM gives the GPU its own high-speed memory cache, 18 megabytes worth, which boosts bandwidth and cuts latency. That's critical for gaming, especially when you want ultra-responsive gameplay and smooth visuals. The result? Faster scene rendering, fewer frame drops, and smooth performance. You know anyone who plays a game for just 2 minutes? Everyone I know plays games for hours. Long gameplay is where this feature really shines. And we're already seeing this in action. Take Honkai Star Rail, for example, a very demanding game from Hoyoverse. Adreno HPM helps keep performance high and stable so players can stay immersed longer. Look at these numbers for memory bandwidth and power savings. We're making sure gamers stay in the game without worrying about frame drops or battery drain. And it's more than one title. Look at all these games, each one pushing the limits of mobile gaming. With Adreno HPM, millions of players will feel the difference. But an exciting part of what we do is seeing how Snapdragon powers the world's biggest games. And one of the best stories comes from a partner we've been working with for over a decade, Epic Games. For the longest time, we've shared a vision with Epic, and that's pushing the boundaries of mobile gaming. Snapdragon was the first to bring next-generation Unreal Engine tech to mobile. And we've led the way with support for Lumen, Nanite, and Chaos Physics. These engines that make games feel immersive and responsive and real are the things that we work with on a daily basis. To share more about that journey and what's coming next, let's hear from Tiff Tang, Head of Game Business for China at Epic Games.
Hi everyone, I'm Tiff. It's an honor to represent Epic Games here at the annual Snapdragon Summit. Congratulations to Alex and the entire Qualcomm Technologies team on the launch of groundbreaking Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 platform, a milestone that sets a new benchmark for mobile gaming. For years, our team have worked hand in hand as long-standing strategic partners to push the boundary of what's possible in mobile gaming. With Unreal Engine 5, this collaboration reaches new heights. UE5 optimization runs the best on flagship gaming smartphones powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And developers are already proving what's possible. Infinity Nikki is a great example. Through the close collaboration with Qualcomm, this title delivered console-quality visuals and seamless performance was thought impossible on mobile. Our partnership with Qualcomm runs deep. Together, we're committed to bringing even more next-generation gaming experience to mobile. At Unreal Fest Shanghai, our team announced the Unreal Snapdragon Developer Alliance, a regional collaboration that aims to help game developers unlock the full potential of Snapdragon technologies to build the next-generation mobile games on Unreal Engine 5. At Epic, we believe the best mobile gaming experiences demand the best technology. Together with Snapdragon, we will continue to lead this transformation, delivering the breakthrough innovation for the developer and unforgettable experience for players everywhere. Thank you.
Thanks, Tiff. That was really, really great. We've done a lot with imaging and video on Snapdragon 8 Elite, completely revamping our Spectra ISP. It is the first 20-bit ISP in mobile platforms. What that means is when you're shooting in low light, whether it's photos or videos, you're going to see a lot more detail. And for creators and video professionals, we've added something really special: Advanced Professional Video, or APV. Developed in close partnership with industry leaders like Samsung, it's a new codec that supports high bit rates and nearly lossless quality. We're already seeing strong adoption across the industry. Google, Adobe, Blackmagic, and others are already on board. It shows how serious this is, not just for mobile, but for the broader ecosystem. We teamed up with video production houses like Company 3 and the China National Geography to create stunning content shot on Snapdragon. The footage behind me shows scenes that were captured in Mount Everest. You can see the cinematic feel that the codec brings to this experience. And all that's possible because of how we implemented the codec directly in hardware. We'll show you how this is done in our experience sessions. It's been amazing to see all these technologies come together and evolve into the next generation of elite consumer experiences. We're not the only ones excited about the Snapdragon 8 Elite and what it's bringing to the next wave of flagship smartphones. Right now, I'd like to welcome someone I've had the pleasure of working with for years. He's a great partner and a good friend, Mr. Wonjun Choi, President and CEO of Samsung Electronics Mobile Experiences Business. Wonjun. Thank you. Please.
All right. Thank you, Alex. It's such an honor to be here at Qualcomm's 10th Snapdragon Summit. A milestone, not just for innovation, but collaboration, the future we are building together. For decades, Qualcomm and Samsung haven't just built technology. We have fundamentally reshaped how people connect and communicate. From pioneering mobile communication to building custom processors for Galaxy, our journey together has always been about pushing boundaries. And this journey keeps expanding beyond smartphones to the entire Galaxy ecosystem, including PCs, wearables, and XR. And as Alex mentioned earlier, the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy has been at the heart of delivering the best AI experiences, from on-device AI to powerful multimodal capabilities. It empowers everything we do. Our mission has always been very, very simple. Give our Galaxy users the best experiences possible. Step by step, we are bringing that vision to life. 2 years ago, with Galaxy S24, Samsung delivered world's first AI phone and made on-device AI possible for the first time in mobile. Earlier this year, with Galaxy S25, powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, we took another leap forward. Now, human-like AI agent can interpret context to understand you better through text, voice, and visuals. This AI agent can effortlessly work across apps and tasks. And this is just the beginning. Together with industry-leading partners like Qualcomm, Samsung is committed to bringing Galaxy AI to more than 400 million devices by the end of this year. And thank you. And each day, we continue to ask ourselves, what's next in AI? Adding new features is not too hard, but creating meaningful experiences, breakthroughs so natural that you can hardly notice the technology at all, that is the real challenge. Devices that understand you, anticipate your needs, and work invisibly yet proactively. This is the path to ambient AI. And it begins on AI phone, the most personal device at the core of everything we do 24/7. For decades, we've been proud to be close partners with Qualcomm at every critical moment of market disruption. And looking ahead, we'll only deepen our collaboration even further. Together, we'll ensure that our customers and everyone around them can enjoy richer and more connected lives. Thank you.
Wanjun, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, before you go, let's capture this moment with another friend. You ready?
I'm not.
No, I'll make you ready.
Tell me who it is.
Do jump ups. Cristiano, please come on stage, please.
That's a big surprise. Cristiano. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Ready?
Maybe heart.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wanjun. Thank you, Cristiano.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wanjun. OEMs that helped define the Snapdragon 8 for the last 10 years are now leading the charge with the 8 Elite. Launches are already in motion. It's clear this platform isn't just another step forward. It's the launch pad for the next wave of mobile innovation. And we're just getting started. This is the full scope of what Snapdragon Elite delivers. From the world's fastest mobile CPU to incredible gaming experiences, photo and video capture capabilities never seen before, AI integrated into every user experience, and last but not least, unrivaled connectivity, all with incredible power efficiency. Now, it's been 2 years since we announced our Snapdragon X Elite compute platform, and our differentiation continues to be market-leading performance per watt. And we are delivering all of that without compromise. At this time, I'd like to introduce my longtime friend and colleague, Kedar Khandap, to tell you more about what's next. Kedar.
Aloha, everybody. Aloha. Thank you for joining us here in Hawaii as well as online. You know, I was thinking last night, it's only been 15 months since we launched the first generation of Snapdragon X Elite. A lot has happened in the last year. And as I pause and reflect on it, I can tell you one thing. I feel extremely grateful. I thought it would be a good idea to quickly recap what we've accomplished in such a short period of time. There were 22 X Elite laptops that were launched last year on June 18. That's the most devices ever announced in a single day in the history of Windows. Since then, our portfolio has scaled close to 150 designs. Yes. These designs span all the way from premium all the way to the mainstream categories. Personally, for me, I'm a firm believer that revolutionary technology always wins. Along with Microsoft and our OEM community, we introduced the world to a new transformational experience, and we call this experience PC Reborn. We also had a lot of fun along the way. We promoted our products globally, connecting consumers directly with our technology. Consumers can now buy a Snapdragon-powered PC in over 9,300 stores globally. We've rolled out these beautiful Snapdragon-branded displays at popular retailers such as Best Buy, Costco, Chroma, and many more. Consumers have raved about our cool, quiet, and thin form factors, touting its performance, long battery life, and powerful AI. But here's the best part. We're just getting started. What I'm about to announce today is something that will change this industry again. It's not just a chip, it's a revolution. Today, I am super excited to announce that the X series just will get an epic upgrade, introducing Snapdragon X2 Elite. This platform features a 12-core, third-generation Qualcomm Orion CPU for premium performance and leading power efficiency. The Gen 2 is a massive upgrade from our first generation. It delivers up to 31% faster peak performance. Here's the best part. It requires 43% less power than our first generation. We're obviously living in a world of AI. And to enable generative and agentic experiences, we have an all-new powerful NPU that delivers 80 TOPS of inferencing performance. Everything we do on our PC is now going to run much faster and in a more power-efficient manner. What that means, obviously, is much better battery life for all of us. We are creating entirely new experiences, and I can't wait for all of you to discover the power of X2 Elite. But here's the best part. We obviously just didn't stop right at X2. I want all of you to brace yourself. Today, I'm unveiling something that will redefine the expectation of what's possible. Let's roll a quick video. We are introducing Snapdragon X2 Elite Extreme Edition. Everything about this chip is unleashed for ultimate performance. Compared to our previous gen, the Extreme Edition delivers a legendary leap in performance. It's a 50% faster CPU, a 2x faster GPU, and a 78% faster NPU. That's right. This is a best-in-class 18-core third-generation Qualcomm Orion CPU, all designed with Windows. And it is the first ARM-compatible CPU to run at 5 gigahertz. The X2 Elite Extreme has a refreshed core design that can handle multitasking and heavily threaded workloads with improved power efficiency. In a single-threaded workload, the Snapdragon X2 Elite Extreme Edition delivers 44% faster performance at the same power versus our competition. The competitors, thank you. The competitor's peak performance requires 144% more power. Let's look at multi-threaded performance. Even the phones want to sing to this stuff. In a multi-threaded performance, we are 75% faster versus our competition. And our competitor's peak performance requires 222% more power. I don't even know what to say. This ultimate performance will translate into real-world experiences. When you look at productivity, you can see up to 53% faster browsing, 49% improved office productivity, and over 2x faster file compression relative to competition. Now let's switch to and talk about graphics. Our advanced integrated Adreno GPU is not only fast, but it is amazingly power efficient. The X2 Elite Extreme is up to 52% faster than competition, while the competitor's peak performance requires 92% more power. Let's move from CPU and GPU and talk about AI. The X2 Elite Extreme features the world's fastest NPU for laptops. It is more than 5 times faster than competition. When we introduced X Elite, we brought performance leadership back to the Windows ecosystem. Today, I can proudly say we continue to maintain our leadership position in the market. But as we go on this journey, our OEM partners are a very critical part of the journey that we're on. To hear from one of our most important partners, let's turn to Sean from Asus.
Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here with Qualcomm, marking an incredible moment for our industry. The new Snapdragon X2 Elite and X2 Elite Extreme represents the generational leap unlike anything that we have seen before. And this is not just an upgrade. Asus laptops are designed from the ground up to unleash full potential of the Snapdragon X series. Very soon, we will introduce our next generation devices built on the revolutionary Snapdragon X2 Elite. With this breakthrough, we have eliminated compromises. Blazing fast performance even when unplugged, quiet acoustic, exceptional cooling, the biggest neural processor, seamless connectivity, and incredible multi-day battery life. We will deliver all these desirable features in new thin and light designs enabled by technical advancement of Snapdragon X2 Elite and X2 Elite Extreme. Get ready to embrace a new definition of PC, one that revolves around your daily life, offering new experiences and workflows and making every interaction truly joyful. Stay tuned. Amazing designs are coming from Asus and Qualcomm, and the future is just around the corner.
We're obviously very excited to see what Asus does with all this cool technology. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about specs, but we've obviously built the X2 Elite Extreme to give you the best experience possible on PCs. Some of the most important creator experiences, such as 3D modeling, image editing, and drawing, will run faster than ever before. In these real-world creator use cases, it delivers up to 64% faster performance. Earlier today, you all heard from Shantanu. All of Adobe's video editing and motion graphics suites are now optimized for Snapdragon. With Snapdragon X2 Elite Extreme, Photoshop, Lightroom, and Premiere Pro will deliver up to 47% faster performance than the previous gen. What this means is you can edit and render your photos, your images, and your videos at blazing fast speeds. This new Adobe suite for Snapdragon will be phenomenal for video editors. We want all of you to capture anything and everything and turn it into a beautiful cinematic experience. Talking about creators, we also want artists. We want them to design movie effects. We want them to build entire new worlds with 3D modeling and explore the depths of their imagination. One such company that leads in this field is Maxon. Designers across the globe use Maxon Cinema 4D and Maxon ZBrush to create some beautiful and stunning art that goes into cinematic movies, video games, 3D printing, as well as industrial designs. I'm excited to share that Maxon Cinema 4D and ZBrush will be optimized for Snapdragon in spring of 2026. You know, we talked about visuals. Let's spend a little bit of time and talk about music. Snapdragon-powered laptops have always been an amazing place for artists to create music. We want artists to plug in their instruments to learn and create music from anywhere. And in order for us to enable this, we built the first ever ASIO driver in partnership with Microsoft and Yamaha for the Windows ecosystem. One of the hottest professional music production apps in the world is Ableton Live. With Ableton Live, artists can record audio, they can experiment with song structures, or they can even control an entire live performance. I'm thrilled to share that Ableton Live is also in development on Snapdragon, and you will soon get a preview in early 26. To show you more on how Snapdragon can open up new opportunities for music creation, we collaborated with a local artist here in Hawaii. Let's quickly check it out.
Hey, I'm Nick, and I make music as subtle here in Hawaii. My main tool has always been my computer. I have access to nearly every instrument, synth, and sound I could ever think of. Music production, it's really a collaboration with myself. I can spend hours on one idea, building, layering, finding that perfect fit. You know how it is. Having the new Snapdragon-powered PC and native stem separation enabled in Live means I don't have to think, it just works. It's super fast, it's insanely quiet. I always feel locked in without limitations or distractions. One of my favorite things about these new chips is the multi-day battery life. I don't have to stop, I can just keep going. Something I've been diving deeper into is live performing, and with this, it's just simplified. If I feel inspired, my music is always with me, thanks to the new Snapdragon-powered PCs.
It continues to amaze me what artists can do on Snapdragon. We talked about visuals, we've talked about music. Now let's switch gears and talk about something fun, gaming. With an 18-core Qualcomm Orion CPU core, with an advanced integrated GPU, and support for the latest 4K 144Hz displays, the X2 Elite Extreme will be Snapdragon's biggest advancement in PC gaming. It's clear we have some creators in the room, we have some gamers in the room. That's exciting. We've made some tremendous progress with gaming. We are collaborating across the industry to bring more titles on Snapdragon. Snapdragon X2 Elite Extreme delivers up to 2.2 times faster performance in some of the most popular and demanding games. Epic's anti-cheat software and game services are now available for Windows insiders. I know it's on the Canary channel, but I promise it's soon going to be available for everybody. This will open up a whole new catalog of titles like Fortnite, Gears of Warlord Reloaded, and many, many more. We are teaming with global gaming leader Razer to optimize their Synapse app for Snapdragon, so gamers can customize their competitive gaming mice as well as keyboard. Let's hear it from my friend and Razer CEO, Min Lang.
Hi, everyone. I'm Min, co-founder and CEO of Razer. Here at Razer, we've seen how gaming continues to evolve across a wide range of platforms. And we believe devices powered by Snapdragon represent a powerful opportunity to reach more gamers with high-performance experiences. That's why I'm excited to share that we are actively working with Qualcomm to bring Razer Synapse to Windows on Snapdragon as part of the growing ecosystem that's reshaping how gamers connect, customize, and compete. Razer Synapse is a core part of the Razer experience. It's a platform used by millions of gamers every single day to create macros, remap inputs, and fine-tune performance settings, giving them full control over how they play. We are excited about what Snapdragon unlocks for the future of gaming, and we look forward to sharing more as our work progresses. Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing how gamers can connect all of their gaming setup on Snapdragon. Another one of our closest partners, Survios, it's launching their leading title, Alien Rogue Incursion Evolved Edition. Survios is developing a full-on, on-device AI experience using our NPU. These new NPU-powered experiences will use LLM for real-time AI character recognition. This title will be available on Windows on Snapdragon on September 30th. We are also working with many companies like VoiceMod. What they allow you to do is change your voice for you to sound like your favorite character. They can run entirely in the background, running neural networks on our NPU to change player voices in real time. Let's check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Hey Hey Snapdragon people, Amy here, coming to you all the way from Canada with a message from VoiceMod. Here's a little sneak peek about what VoiceMod is all about and how Snapdragon takes it to the next level. But instead of telling you, let me show you. Something's missing.
Much better.
And please, please, please.
Yes, let's go.
So many
Characters.
So
Many.
Voices.
To not only look like them,
but sound like them too.
And this is where Snapdragon comes in. While games and streaming setups are already pushing your GPU and CPU, VoiceMod's real-time AI voices now run directly on the Snapdragon X NPU, or Neural Processing Unit, unlocking the best-sounding, ultra-low latency, supernatural voices on the market to date, and with no impact on performance. So whether you're streaming, role-playing, or just hanging out with your friends,
your online voice is brought to you by VoiceMod and Snapdragon.
Hope you enjoyed that little demo, and now back to the panel.
That's awesome. Next time, I think I'm going to use voice mode and do my keynote in a different voice. We've obviously, gaming is always fun. But I want to pivot and talk about a new functionality that we're introducing with Snapdragon X2 Elite. Managing PCs has always been tricky. But we've developed an innovative solution that takes our leadership in connectivity and fuses it with the PC. Let's take a quick look.
Why do so many PCs go dark? Fact 1, people lose stuff. Fact 2, people take stuff. Lost devices drain money, time, privacy, and security. But here's a nice fact, it no longer has to. Meet Snapdragon Guardian technology. It allows you to manage your team's PCs from virtually anywhere. It fuses hardware, firmware, and cloud, plus leading cellular, to extend out-of-band control to more PCs. It's built as a secure subsystem in the Snapdragon X2 Elite platform, so you can reach a PC that's off or won't boot. Lost your laptop? Locate quickly and confidently. Lock or wipe it remotely. Attackers can't stop you. Need support? Get remote help even if the PC won't power on. All these capabilities live inside Snapdragon Guardian, coming first with the Snapdragon X2 Elite platform.
Snapdragon Guardian technology pairs our leading connectivity with new hardware and firmware directly on the chip to cure pain points for consumers, retailers, and businesses by giving them control of the device anywhere. At scale, this transforms enterprise manageability. With a fleet of always connected, always protected PC, administrators can push updates, they can push policies to devices anywhere in the world. We'll be bringing Snapdragon Guardian technology to consumers and businesses via our OEMs, retailers, and enterprise partners next year. Let's pivot and now talk about AI. We have been pioneering intelligence on the PC, spawning a new wave of AI applications. We all know now that running AI on the NPU brings privacy, power efficiency, and performance benefit to our consumers. We've seen up to 47% faster AI performance in real-world use cases, fulfilling the promise of intelligent PCs. Snapdragon's NPU kickstarted the Microsoft Copilot Plus revolution. To learn more, I'd like to welcome my friend Stevie from Microsoft to show you how the new NPU will power the next generation of Snapdragon Plus Copilot PCs powered by Snapdragon.
That's a lot of percents. It's amazing. Aloha. It's amazing to be here. Over the past few years, the innovation that Kedar just talked about has been powering some remarkable experiences on Windows. Experiences that would not have been possible without this level of innovation and compute. For example, today, Copilot Plus PCs average 1.4 trillion monthly inferences per month. That's a staggering leap in computation. With as much as 100 times more power efficient, this enables sustained compute really sustained intelligence, running in the background, all without eating your battery. That combination, high compute but low power, is reigniting a historic pattern that is evolving our devices and experiences. And we've seen this pattern before. It happens over and over again, defining each epoch of computing, spanning many decades, even to the era when computers were mechanical. You see, you have a step change in compute ability, and that enables us to write software that changes how you interact with your computer, and ultimately involves the computer itself and how you use it and where you use it. That step change in compute has been driven by a combination of scaling laws across hardware, software, and AI. Most of us are familiar with Moore's law for silicon. But if you look at it, that law alone cannot explain the leap in compute we are all experiencing. So let me describe a few major drivers. First, a tremendous amount of innovation has shifted towards domain-specific processors and silicon innovation. This is why the NPU is so important to AI, especially in our devices. NPUs are wholly optimized to operate on tensors, the number structure behind neural networks. So just like GPUs and graphics technologies ignited computer-aided design in the 90s, a dedicated neural processor unit enables a level of efficiency and speed like none other. On the software side of things is driving this nonlinear rise of compute are techniques like quantization. You see, most all frontier models end up with weights and activation functions that are represented in large floating point numbers. But those numbers, they take a lot of space and memory and bandwidth in the computer. So using special techniques to compress those numbers down to 2-bit representations, really 0 to 3, enables us to make models drastically smaller, all without losing quality. So I'd like to debut a prototype we just completed. This is a 2-bit version of Phi Silica. It's the same powerful performance of the previous model, but now utilizing the NPU more effectively with half the memory footprint and faster. This is possible because of the power and flexibility of the Qualcomm technology stack, and super impressive. It's compression techniques like these, along with many others, that allow us to move the floor of what size model we can run at the edge. Here, we just released a 14 billion parameter model running on the Snapdragon NPU. And this is a model that just last year we thought was impossible to run on device. We were so proud of ourselves, like with 4 billion. Now we're at 14 billion, and that's insane to think about. And what's more impressive, it's not just that it's a powerful language model. It's not that it runs fast, but rather it's a thinking model. It's a model with reasoning abilities, agent-like, all running on battery. And guess what? It performs. Looking at 2 well-known AI benchmarks, Phi 14b is fine-tuned to have chain of thought to perform and even outperform some of the most famous cloud models. That is super, super impressive. Those are some of the techniques that contribute to this leap in computation. It's innovation across the entire stack, from the lowest level in hardware to software techniques like compression, to frontier model breakthroughs that create better teachers for our students. And it's this in aggregate that enables that step change in compute. It's so important to understand that it's the whole picture. So it's that step change in compute that kicked off this wheel, this pattern. And now we're able to write and create new experiences, new software, and new AI that redefine how we interact with our computers. And it's happening fast. Take a look at this recent retrospective on how fast things have progressed in complexity and size just in a few years. You know, it wasn't long ago where we were so proud of ourselves for running captioning and live translations on device. This is awesome. It was hard, you know, but but mapping this on top of the devices we have shipped with Qualcomm processors, with each major iteration in AI PC is a leap in compute. You start seeing a correlation from compute to experiences. I love this graph. We just made it up. I mean, it's real, but you know, we thought about it. It's so cool. I think what's so important to know, like we mapped the models, the sizes of the models with the class of PC and computability all running on battery life. And you can see that every step, how complex and more sophisticated you have, from translation to reasoning. And why that's so important to UC? Because absorbing the slope and the shape of the curve, taking into account what Kedar just announced, one can really get a sense of how fast things are evolving and maybe, just maybe, where things are headed. That is truly, truly exciting. Thank you. And so that pattern, that step change in compute and continued change that you've seen, enables us to create new interaction technologies, new AI. That combination is what enables an entire class of device for the Windows ecosystem. And honestly, that's what that is what the Copilot PC represents. That's what we're really proud of, and the change that we've had in the ecosystem, really a step function in change. But that's not the complete story. That's not the complete story of what the next computer looks like. Because at Microsoft, we believe that the next computer is not any single thing at all. It's a system, orchestrated by the cloud, operating as one at the edge. And that's ultimately what we're building. It's a system on top of systems to help you do more. It's the cloud technology working with your local device to deliver next-generation computing, working as one, bringing security, speed, and intelligence to you. And it's that system that our agents and next-generation software and devices will operate. It's so important for you to understand. Many of us experienced the birth of the personal computer, from command line interfaces to graphical interfaces. You probably heard of the term WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And each turn of the cycle spins entirely new industries, companies, and products. And we're in one right now. It's amazing, and it's important to understand all the things that are coming. And we're at the precipice of agent-driven interactions, which means what you ask for, or what even you wish, is what you get. Thank you so much for your time, and turn your attention back to Kedar.
Thank you, Stevie. You know, we are working with our OEM partners in bringing Snapdragon X2 Elite to laptops, 2-in-1s, and desktop PCs next year. Together with our partners, we can push the limits of this platform for new possibilities. One of our partners who shares the vision of a cross-device experience is HP. Let's hear it from Imran Chaudhry from HP.
Hi, everyone. It's a privilege to be here with our partners at Qualcomm Technologies. At HP, we envision a future where technology seamlessly integrates into the way people work, create, and live, where devices are not just powerful on their own, they're connected, intelligent, and working together to deliver effortless, premium experiences. That's where Snapdragon platform comes in. Snapdragon is a revolutionary platform with industry-leading connectivity and on-device AI that understands context and adapts in real time. It's already powering HP devices across our portfolio today, and we're building on that foundation with breakthroughs like the OmniBook 5 series, delivering the world's longest battery life in a consumer AI PC notebook, and the EliteBook 6, which enables professionals to work globally on the most connected next-gen AI PC. But we're not stopping there. As the largest provider of solutions for work, HP has a unique opportunity to lead the future of work. And that means working with Qualcomm Technologies to extend our focus beyond PCs across the breadth of our product portfolio, to include video conferencing tools, printers, specialized industry solutions, and peripherals. Our focus is on creating connected, intuitive, and secure experiences where all our devices work better together. This is just the beginning of how HP and Qualcomm Technologies will shape the future of AI experiences and transform the way people will work. And we couldn't be more excited about what's ahead.
we're also excited to see more multi-device and multi-agentic AI experiences across the ecosystem. Well, I can't wait to see Snapdragon X2 Elite and X2 Elite Extreme devices in the market soon. And now, I'd like to welcome Alex back to the stage. Thank you, everyone.
Man, Kedar, I don't know what to say either, besides that was freaking awesome. Snapdragon X, man. Yeah. Okay. Let's shift gears and talk about agentic AI and how it's going to shape a more connected multi-device world. You just heard Imran talk about multi-devices. We're going to get into some of that. With Snapdragon Technologies, we're building complete system solutions for all of your personal AI devices. They don't just coexist. They actually work together. And our footprint is big. And we've got the lowest power connectivity. We can offload compute tasks to more efficiently across multiple devices so everything runs smoother. We're teaming up with industry partners to standardize how devices can share information and the orchestration of AI queries across devices and the cloud, because we will need both. Let me give you a real-world example. You're at a concert. You're wearing AI glasses and your phone in your pocket. You want to capture the moment without fumbling around. You just say, hey, record this. And your glasses know exactly when to start. The video goes straight to your phone. And then you say, I should post this. Your agent jumps in, picks out the best highlights, and you can even prompt it to post with a caption. And the best part? This is the perfect hybrid model using on-device AI and the cloud. Here's another example. Let's say you spot some merchandise you like. Maybe someone's wearing a cool shirt. Cool shirt. Or it's on display somewhere. You say, I like that. And your agent picks it up. It grabs a snapshot through your glasses. Your phone processes the image, finds the shirt online in your size, and then it puts it in your shopping cart. And that's more than just a concept. It's something we're building. To show you how it's coming together, our AI lead, and someone who's been instrumental in making this real, my longtime colleague, Jilay. Let's hear from him.
For over 15 years, Qualcomm has been at the forefront of AI research and development, innovating and optimizing AI models to run efficiently on devices of all kinds. Today, we are making the next leap in agentic AI, enabling seamless device-to-device orchestration, where your devices work together intelligently and with cloud AI systems to enhance everyday experiences. We are redefining what is possible on your phone, glasses, watch, and other personal AI devices. Collaborate and combine the capabilities. Process data close to the source and extracting the useful information and share it effectively are the type of system problems we have been solving here at Qualcomm for decades. We are pioneering low-power agentic AI technology that enables seamless, secure device-to-device collaboration, leveraging always-on sensing, smart triggering, personal context aggregation, and the integration with the cloud AI systems to transform experiences. This is not a vision for a distant future. This is a technology we are developing right now. We are excited to lead the way at the frontier.
Thank you, Jilay. All of this is happening because your smartphone and glasses are working together, powered by AI and your personal data. Other leaders in the industry are moving in the same direction. To share more about how Google is thinking about Gemini and multi-device experiences, I'd like to introduce Samir Samat, President of Android Ecosystems at Google. Samir. Thank you, Samir, for being here. Really appreciate it, please. So Android and Gemini are expanding across so many devices. You have phones, you have watch, you have buds, you have tablets, you have XR, auto, TV, so many of these devices. So maybe, and we're working so closely with Google to try to optimize all of this stuff on Snapdragon to get a better user experience. With on-device AI and cloud experiences becoming a norm, how do you see Android advancing in here, and what are the things you're excited about to talk about?
Yeah, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on the amazing announcement.
It was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, we started Android over a decade ago.
Yeah.
We had like no idea that today there would be over 3 billion active Android devices around the world. It was a computing shift, you know,
Yes.
and we wanted to be a leader in that. And you know, today it's a new era for Android, as you mentioned. It's not just about flagship phones anymore. It's about watches, it's about tablets, it's about TVs and cars, and all that has to work seamlessly together. And you know, we want to help lead the next platform shift, which is, as we've all been talking about, to personal AI.
Yeah.
And I think it's a huge opportunity, you know, and the way we see things evolving is going from a world where today AI is something we're using primarily in an on-demand model. You ask a question, you get an answer, and it's amazing for that. Yeah. But we think, as we've been talking about here, that the real opportunity across all these devices is to go to a more proactive model, where the AI, your personal agent, is anticipating the next problem you're going to have and is bringing the assistance to you. So just as a simple, really simple example, you know, if I'm running late for a meeting, as I tend to do, you know, my personal assistant should be able to detect that that's happening, let the folks know that I'm running a little bit late, and then when I'm wrapping up, it should say, hey, he's on his way. Now, that's a really simple example, but if you think about all the things that have to happen to make that occur, there are lots of challenges, right? There are privacy challenges, there's power management and efficiency challenges. You have to have the cloud and the device work harmoniously together. So I think that's a huge opportunity to make technology fade into the background for the consumer and just make it simple and easy. Do you see it the same way?
100% on board with that. You know, I think wherever the computation occurs, whether it's on device or in the cloud, it doesn't matter to us as long as the user experience is really, really good. And I think that collaboration between us is so important in that manner. And then fading the technology in the background is the best thing for the consumer as long as their user experience shows through. But you know, also, I want to talk about watches, Wear OS. And Wear OS has gotten a big upgrade with OS 6. Maybe talk a little bit about that and where that's headed and what can we do with it?
Yeah, I'm super excited about Wear OS 6. I mean, there's a number of things that we've added and partnering with yourself and others in the industry. I mean, the first thing that I've been really excited about is we added Gemini to the watch recently, which has been really amazing. You know, I was taking my 10-year-old to a soccer game the other day, and you know, they always send you these emails, what field you're going to play on. I never know in my head what it is. So we got there, and I just, you know, lifted my watch up and said and asked, you know, hey, Gemini, can you find me in my email what field we're playing on? Instantly, it comes back with that answer. So simple, such an easy form factor to access your personal AI and assistant. So I'm really excited about that, and consumers are already giving us a lot of good feedback about it. But in addition to that, we made a number of improvements to power as well as performance on Wear OS 6. So your apps are launching faster, your watch is lasting longer, and all that's super appreciated by consumers. And then the final thing, and this is probably my favorite, we did a big redesign of the consumer experience on Android this last time around, Material Expressive 3. And we launched it on the phone, but also on the watch. So my watch feels just much more delightful and fluid.
That's such a great example of the watch working with what you have in your email and gathering information. That's like a real example of what we were talking about. Now, onto XR. Right? Android XR is a big deal. It's a massive opportunity, and I think it's such a familiar form factor for people who wear glasses. Everyone wears it. And so maybe talk a little bit about where Android XR is headed and what we can do together to improve the user experience, especially with multi-devices.
Yeah, you know, Android XR is the first new Android platform that we have announced in a very long time. And we wanted to build this new Android variant for the new AI era. And so what you see with the headset that we're working on in collaboration, of course, with Qualcomm and Samsung, is an experience, an entire immersive experience where Gemini is right there with you and can help you across all of that. But beyond the headset, I'm really excited about glasses. And I think that the opportunity for, I mean, it's really a form factor, if you think about it, that was designed for multimodal AI.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you can allow your glasses to see what you're seeing, to hear what you're hearing, and to interact with the world around you with that personal assistant. And I think that's going to be super compelling and exciting. Of course, we're doing this as a platform so that it's not just from one device maker, it's from an ecosystem, and we look forward to partnering with you guys and more on it.
Awesome. We think it's also a massive opportunity. But maybe let's switch context and talk about productivity on a large screen compute environment. So I think Android and Chrome OS have long been large screen compute platforms. And now with Gemini coming into the picture, how do you see productivity shifting for large screen compute? And then second part of the question, the experience elevated with other devices getting involved with that as well. So I think for a long time, you know, mobile phones and PCs have been communicating, but now we're in a different state where the assistant can follow you from place to place. And now we have this opportunity with large screen compute to add that in. So let me hear about that.
I mean, I think it's obvious that we all want our devices to work seamlessly together, right?
Yeah.
And in the Android ecosystem, you have all these different devices, and you want your AI to be able to work across all of them. So that's the new era. That's what we're all driving towards.
Yes.
If you think about the laptop form factor, we've had Chrome OS for a long time, and we're super committed to that platform, and it's been really successful for us. We've learned a lot from it as well. And I think, you know, then we also have Android tablets, which have been super successful. They're becoming more productivity machines all the time.
Yes.
So I think the opportunity for us that we see is how do we accelerate all the AI advancement that we're doing on Android and bring that to the laptop form factor as rapidly as possible, and also have the laptop and the rest of the Android ecosystem work seamlessly together. So what we're doing is we're basically taking the Chrome OS experience and we're rebaselining the technology underneath it on Android. So that combination is something we're super excited about for next year, and we're working with yourself and others on it, and I can't wait.
That's awesome. Samir, really appreciate that you're here. I'm just really looking forward to what's coming next and working with you as a partner for such a long time, but then looking forward to the future and how all these devices coming together in the era of AI. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Samir. We've seen some incredible product launches today across smartphones and PCs, and it's clear the next generation of Snapdragon technology continues to be a driving force. There's already a lot of buzz around the Snapdragon X2 Elite series with 2 compute platforms now in the world. And of course, the Snapdragon 8 Elite, our most powerful mobile platform yet. But we're not stopping there. We have one more addition to our premium tier lineup. Yes, I'm excited too. Introducing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. We developed this chipset to give you more choices and flexibility while still delivering flagship features. We'll have a lot more to share about this platform later this year, so please stay tuned. Snapdragon is redefining what smartphones and PCs can do, making interactions more seamless, more personalized, and more helpful. The future is bright, and we're excited to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Later today, we're hosting Snapdragon Elite Experiences, a chance to go deeper into the technology. I invite all of you to attend. From filmmaking to AI-driven features, you'll see how Snapdragon is making a real impact in everyday life. Thank you for spending time with us today. We're looking forward to the rest of the Snapdragon Summit with you. Thank you. Thank you.